Welcome to our series on the 12 Apostles. In this chapter, we explore the life of Andrew, the brother of Simon Peter, a disciple who often moved quietly in the background, yet whose influence was profound. He was among the very first to hear the call of Jesus. As they were casting their nets into the Sea of Galilee, Jesus said, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." Without hesitation, Andrew left his nets. He was a fisherman, just like his more outspoken brother Peter, but Andrew possessed a different temperament, more reserved, more patient, yet equally devoted. One of his most defining characteristics was his gift for bringing people to Jesus. It was Andrew who first found his own brother Simon and brought him to the Messiah. This simple introduction would change the course of history forever. The Gospel of John tells us, he first found his own brother Simon and said to him, "We have found the Messiah," which means Christ. Imagine the quiet conviction in Andrew's voice, the certainty that radiated from him. This wasn't a public proclamation shouted from the rooftops. It was a personal, heartfelt invitation. This act reveals the core of Andrew's ministry, personal connection. He didn't seek the spotlight, but he excelled at making the crucial introductions that brought others into the light. Throughout Jesus' ministry, Andrew's life was not marked by loud declarations or dramatic confrontations like some of the other apostles. He was an observer, a listener. He followed Jesus to every corner of Galilee, witnessing the miracles, absorbing the teachings, and silently building a powerful spiritual strength. He was present for the feeding of the 5,000, and it was Andrew who pointed out the boy with the loaves and fishes. He saw the impossible made possible, and his faith deepened with each experience. After Christ's ascension, when the apostles were commissioned to spread the gospel to the ends of the earth, Andrew embraced the challenge with steadfast devotion. He carried the message far beyond the familiar lands of Judea. His mission field was vast and demanding. Church tradition tells us that he traveled through Scythia, along the Black Sea, through Byzantium, and into Greece and Asia Minor. In each place he preached Christ, not with fiery oratory, but with a gentle and persistent faith. Jesus had promised, "If anyone serves me, let him follow me. And where I am, there my servant will be also." Andrew lived this promise. He followed the path of his master, a path that led not to earthly glory, but to ultimate sacrifice. Andrew's humility did not mean a lack of courage. When it mattered most, his quiet faith became a roar of defiance against the powers of darkness. According to tradition, his missionary journey ended in the city of Patras, Greece. There, his preaching angered the Roman proconsul, who condemned him to death by crucifixion. But Andrew's execution was to be different. He was bound, not nailed, to an X-shaped cross, a shape now known as the St. Andrew's Cross. This was done to prolong his suffering. Yet from that instrument of torture, Andrew's voice did not falter. For 2 days as he hung on the cross, he continued to preach. He proclaimed the love and salvation of Christ to the crowds that gathered, transforming his own execution into a final, powerful sermon. His death was a testament to his life, a life wholly given over to his Savior. He preached until his very last breath, a quiet disciple who died with a lion's roar of faith. The life of Andrew teaches us a profound lesson. Quiet faith can produce loud results. It's a reminder that the most significant acts are often the small, unseen ones. A single, humble act, like introducing one person to Jesus, can set in motion a chain of events that changes the world. Humility, patience, and an unwavering, steadfast faith are the true marks of discipleship. It's not about how loudly we speak, but how authentically we live. The Apostle Paul wrote, "But God chose what is foolish in the world to shame the wise." God chose what is weak in the world to shame the strong. Andrew embodied this truth. He never sought recognition or a position of leadership, yet history remembers his name. His legacy is not found in grand speeches recorded for posterity, but in the countless lives he touched and the unwavering faith he demonstrated. His life is an encouragement to all of us who may feel we are working in the background. It reminds us that our influence is measured not by the volume of our words, but by the depth of our love and the consistency of our faith. Thank you for joining us for this chapter. Next time we will meet James, the son of Zebedee, one of the sons of thunder. He was the first apostle to be martyred for Christ, and his story shows us the price of obedience and the courage required in the early days of the church. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it.